Hello, this is Inside the Press Box with Sunil Sunder Raj for the Everyday Fan Sports. I'm happy to be speaking with New York Boulders third baseman Tucker Nathans. Tucker, thank you so much for taking some time out to speak with me tonight. I really appreciate it.
No problem. I'm excited.
Hey, congrats, Tucker, on yesterday's 18-10 win over the New Jersey Jackals at Palisades Kennedy Park. A phenomenal day for you. 4 for 6, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 4 runs scored. It doesn't get any better than that, Tucker. Can you just talk about, just having that type of day?
You definitely want to enjoy the days where you feel good at the plate. To be honest, my first at bat, I think it was like a 3-pitch strikeout. After you start your day like that, it's you try to do your best to kind of hit the reset button, and that's kind of what I was trying to focus on after my first at bat was just getting some good pitches in the zone and making good swings because I didn't do that in my first at bat. And then my second at bat, I had a deep fly ball, felt good off the bat, and then just kind of progressively got better as the game went on. And, I couldn't have had enough at bats yesterday with how I felt, which was pretty good.
Yeah, I have to ask you about that first home run because there was a dispute about that. Initially ruled, said ended up at second base with a double, but after the umpiring crew conferred and, after several minutes ruled it a home run. How good of a feeling was that, said with that first home run, Tucker?
It felt great. Initially I thought it went out just by the way it kind of came off the railing. Mm-hmm. It's tough to be able to tell because there's no like yellow marker on top of that wall, but they got it right. They took their time to make a call. They discussed it, and I was very glad that they ended up calling it a home run.
Yeah, I think what's more impressive is that second home run you hit because you went the opposite way and still were able to drive it into the left field bleachers. Can you talk about that? Because you were able to spray the ball around. You've been doing that this past week, but just on that second home run, Tucker.
I think I had a pretty good bat path going on yesterday. Our hitting coach Zim has been working with me a lot over the last 2 weeks and has helped me out a lot. And when we're facing a lefty. I think he threw me a first pitch fastball away for a strike, and then he threw me a slider, and I was a little ahead of the slider on the second pitch that I pulled foul. And so I was kind of just like trying to let the ball get to me a little bit, and he doubled up on that slider, and I caught it a little deeper than the pitch before, but I had a good bat path, and I was able to put it in the air, and it went out.
Yeah. I have to talk about this 5-game stretch. You guys have won 4 out of 5, but 10 for 21. I put down 8 runs scored, 6 RBIs, 3 home runs. I think on the season hitting now 273 with 17 runs scored, 21 hits, 12 walks. Early on in the season, you were struggling, but now to see what you've been able to put together, this stretch, the past 5 games. Can you just talk about that, Tucker?
It's a long season, and you're going to have hot stretches and you're going to have cold stretches, and everyone would love to play well all season long, or everyone would love to get off to a great start, but it doesn't always happen that way. But over the course of 100 games, it starts to level out. And one of the things that I like to think about is that at the end of the season, you're going to be who you are. You're going to be who you are, and if you continue to put together good at bats and kind of stick to your plan, at the end of the year, I feel like I'm going to have a good season. And just because I got off to a little bit of a slow start, doesn't mean that, I wasn't going to get out of it.
Yeah. Hey, talk about this offense. This has been absolutely electric. 40 runs in the past 5 games, 12 runs scored against Sussex County in game 2 of that 3-game series that you swept against the Miners. Putting up 18 yesterday. Can you talk about this offense? Because up, 1 through 9 right now, and there are some guys, in that lineup. You talk about Ray Hernandez, Zach Kirtley, Cavante Mitchell. This team now, hitting 266, 18 runs, or 18, I think, home runs, 106 RBIs, 36 doubles, 183 hits, 97 walks, and I think the speed of this team, 45 stolen bases. But can you just talk about this offense? I mean, I said, as you said, a long season, but, now you can really see. I think even manager TJ Stanton said, look, as the weather gets warmer, I think the field gets smaller. But you guys, I mean, again, it's just been firing on all cylinders here of late, Tucker.
I agree. And, there's a lot of good hitters in this lineup 1 through 9. I'd say even more than that. We have guys that are coming off the bench or starting, a couple days a week that are being productive as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of versatility in our lineup. We have a lot of hitters that can hit, 1 hole, 2 hole, 3 hole, 4 hole, with, Ray, Cavante, Jack, Zach. And it's nice to all start hitting at the same time, and then you have nights like yesterday where it's really fun to watch, and those games are really fun to play in. But there's a lot of good hitters on this team, and hopefully they're not here all year. I really do hope that some of these affiliated teams start to take notice of some of the guys that we have and pick them up, because they're good. They're really, really good.
No, definitely. We've seen it, with Austin Dennis and now Brian Rapp. And that's great. That's it's maybe a great segue point is that, you've been around, I said past 10 years, bounced around a bunch of leagues here. I mean, Can-Am, of course, as said with Three Rivers, the American Association, New York Penn League. You played, I think also, I believe, AA and AAA. Can you talk about, I mean, your perseverance, your determination here to keep on playing baseball? Can you talk about that, Tucker?
Sure. I mean, I love baseball. I think that's kind of the big key to this whole thing. I enjoy playing it every day, even on the bad days. Like, it's tough, but at the end of the day, I feel very grateful for the opportunity to continue to keep playing. If I didn't enjoy it, I obviously would not be doing it. And I've been very lucky and very fortunate to be around a lot of good people in this game and to meet a lot of good people in this game. Yeah. And so it's fun to play, like the group of guys that we have right now with the Boulders. Yeah. It's hard to beat them. And, TJ and Zim did a great job finding these guys. Yeah. And, I've already played for TJ and Zim, and that was a big factor in me coming back. And because I knew the type of people that they were, and I knew the group that they were gonna bring in, and it's really fun to play with those type of guys.
I have to ask you, just pivoting back, is that after last year, said with the COVID-19 pandemic, and the Frontier League was supposed to start last year, it got shelved. But to be part of a new league, to see that merger between the Can-Am League and the Frontier League, playing at Palisades Credit Union Park, can you talk about how I mean, how much that joy it is and exciting, to be part of that, Tucker?
It's very exciting, especially this year, as you see kind of like an unprecedented number of players get picked up by affiliated teams. And I think affiliated baseball, now that they downsized a little bit, they are realizing how important independent baseball can be to the minor leagues and to the major leagues. Yeah. More guys have gotten picked up already this year than all the previous years. Mm-hmm. And I think it's great, and it's exciting to be a part of it. It's exciting to see better talent in independent baseball, and seeing guys move on to affiliated ball and to represent independent ball in the best way possible.
Yeah, no, definitely. Hey, how is it, the home fans now? You see the crowds are starting to come out now at Palisades.
Yeah.
Or how good is that now as we get here now, kicking off summer now officially? I'm sure, and of course, you want to be playing your best ball, at home, and you guys have definitely done that. Can you talk about that, Tucker?
Yeah, it's been great. We definitely started to notice it the last couple games. You really notice it when there's no music playing, like when the pitches are being thrown. Yeah, there's crowd noise, and it's not always like that, especially last year playing in the COVID league. With really no one there to watch. It's exciting, and as you can tell, like in bigger moments, the fans are engaged, and players feed off of that. And we enjoy, you hit a big home run or a big hit, or
Yeah.
pitchers get a big strikeout, a big out, like you can hear it from the fans, and
Yeah.
and that makes it even more enjoyable.
No, definitely. I think, this team is definitely built for this ballpark. You can see, like, I said, now, of course, with the numbers and, I said of late, I just have a couple more, Tucker. I didn't want to forget about, I said your college and high school days, taking a look at what you were able to do at Fairfield University. I believe you're, from, New York State, from Warwick. I mean, this has got to be cool. I mean, playing, I said, close to home, but what you were able to do at Fairfield University. I mean, you both played not only baseball but also soccer as well. But I had to ask you, I said you were able to flourish on the diamond there at Fairfield University. I mean, when you look back to those days, what you were able to do as far as your durability on the field, and then what were you able to accomplish again at the plate? I mean, what comes to your mind just thinking back, to Fairfield University, Tucker?
Again, just, being able to enjoy every moment of it, whether it was the training, the preparation before the games, or playing in the games. When you're excited to be on the field, it's a lot easier to play. My time at Fairfield was great. I had a great coach in Bill Courier, who's still there, and he's absolutely turned that program into a Northeast powerhouse. And as you saw in the regionals this year, we knocked out some big name teams, and that's great to watch, to see the program well. But again, like I said, like I love playing baseball, so it makes it a lot easier to be successful when you enjoy doing it.
Yeah, some of these stats are just insane. Tucker, 100, you played in all 193 games, I think, 180 consecutive starts between second and short. Said the program leader in hits, I think, and then second in career runs scored. But I think, what the best stat that stood out to me was, or most impressive, one of the 5, I think, Stag players to record more than 100 RBIs and 100 runs scored in your career. I mean, that's got to be, I mean, when you look back, that's got to feel real good, like what you were able to, I mean, to hold some of those records, Tucker.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely great, but I think it's also a sign of the guys I got to play with. Like, I can't score runs unless there's good players to knock me in, and I can't get any RBIs unless there's good players on base. So I had some great guys that I played with at Fairfield, and again, like, grateful for that opportunity.
I'm wondering, like, it said you played soccer as well, being a, said two-sport athlete, like there's got to be like, interchangeable, said things, when it comes to, as far as training and just what a sport, one sport can do for another one. Can you just talk about that, Tucker, being able to play on the soccer team as well there at Fairfield? And also you played in high school at Salisbury Academy as well in high school.
So, growing up, I always played soccer and baseball. So when I went to college, it really wasn't anything different. I'm not saying that it wasn't difficult, but again, I was doing it my whole life already. And, up until college, there were times where I'd go either right from soccer practice to a baseball game, or right from baseball game to a soccer game. And, in college, it was almost a little easier because I kind of split my time, where in the fall was strictly soccer, and then in the spring was strictly baseball. But, they definitely helped me out with each other. Like, speed's important in both. Like, athletic ability is important in both. And, sometimes it's nice to take a little break from one sport and focus on the other. And it kind of gives you like that freshness, for when you're playing the other sport.
I'm wondering, they talk about, of course, baseball being, a physical sport, but it's mental as well, and I'm wondering, like, just to sort of the preparation, the training, just what it takes for you, to get ready for game day, just being up there at the plate, facing, said that pitcher. I'm just wondering about that, Tucker.
I would say I would agree with you, where baseball is very mental. You can have a great swing, but if you don't have an approach, it's going to be very difficult to hit. There's a lot of outside factors that can come in and kind of cloud your mind, and and it's a sport that you fail at 60-70% of the time, and that's also very difficult to deal with. I think we're okay. We're still there.
Right
Sorry.
there.
And as in terms of the mental preparation, when you're facing a pitcher, you have to go up there and figure out an approach that works for you. You don't want to go up there guessing. You don't want to go up there just deciding to swing at random pitches. Like the best hitters are the ones that go up there with an approach and that can stick to it. And it doesn't work every time, but over the course of 400, 500 at bats, you're going to be more successful sticking to an approach, than just going up there with no game plan and, trying to hit everything that comes at you.
Yeah, no, I agree. Hey, I don't want to forget about you playing third base and your defensive, said, yesterday you made an outstanding catch there in foul territory of a bunt pop-up. Had to ask you as well because, seeing that you did play second base and shortstop at Fairfield. So just talk about playing, third base position for the Boulders and just how much pride you take, in playing, said defense as well, Tucker.
I playing third base, it's definitely something I take pride in my defense. And it's not only because I just want to do well, but it's another part of the game that you can help out others. You can help out your pitchers. I've played third, short, second, all three outfield positions in my career. And staying at third right now is something that I've been working on a lot, and I've played a lot more over the last couple of years at it. But anything I can do to make it easier on our pitchers and our team, I'm all for.
Yeah, I know you might have answered this question earlier. I was wondering, this might be a tough one. What for you personally makes the game of baseball so special and fun to play? I had to ask you that, Tucker.
I think it's the daily challenge to kind of be the best version of yourself every day. And there's going to be days where you feel great and that things seem to come easy, and you go out there and you have a great game. And there's going to be days where nothing is working, and mentally it's a grind. And it's finding ways to kind of step up to that challenge, whether you feel good or bad, and still performing your best, or to the best of your ability for that day. And, I really enjoy competing that way.
Great. Just have a couple more. Can't thank you for the time, Tucker. Don't want to forget about your family, especially your parents. And then you have a brother, John, that went to the University of Richmond, drafted by the Boston Red Sox. Can you talk about the support from your family, Tucker?
I definitely would not be where I am without the support of my family. It's one of the reasons also why I decided to play for the Boulders is how close it was to my mom and dad. They come to games all the time. It's great for them. It's great for me to be able to see them. And then as far as, the support from my brother, he's 10 years older. He's gone through virtually everything that I am currently or have gone through already. So being able to kind of look up to him for any question or any help I've needed my entire life, whether it's been, something at the field, something off the field, baseball questions, anything. I'm very grateful for that. And I definitely wouldn't be where I am now without them.
That's great. Hey, one question I had to ask, a big stretch, just going back to the schedule, a big stretch coming up here now with two New Jersey, Yogi Berra Stadium, and then you go to Sussex County, I said back to Skyline Stadium there, 3. Just wanted to ask you about that, I said, Tucker.
Yeah, definitely. We've been on a good little roll lately, and it would be nice to kind of continue it through this week. We're gonna have 2. I think we have 2 at Jersey and 4 at Sussex.
Oh, okay.
And it's one thing playing well at home, but you also got to play well on the road.
Yeah.
And sometimes those are a little bit tougher places to play. But I think we're going to be up for the challenge, and I think we're going to start to show teams that we're here and that we mean business.
Great. Final question. What is your advice for younger kids, athletes? you know, said, who want to be Tucker Nathans one day, want to be playing, said, it said professional baseball. I mean, it said in the independent, ball, or even go higher. I'm just wondering what your, because I think, it said you definitely can offer quite a bit, to the younger athletes and kids out there.
I think some advice would be is to always play aggressive, and to play with no regrets. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Mistakes are going to happen in all sports, but especially baseball, and you can't be afraid to make a mistake. So if you go out there and you play scared, you're never going to reach your potential. Go out there, be fearless, play hard, aggressive, and just have no regrets.
All right, sounds good. Tucker, I can't thank you enough for the opportunity, to speak with you. Said just again a true honor and privilege, and again wishing you all the best. I said as the season progresses.
Awesome, I appreciate it. Thank you.